Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on YouTube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. You got a goal? Go get it. Adam Krigler.
Hi, buddy.
Vlad.
Hi, chat. I love you. Mwah.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
And brought to you by you, the G2 community at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and Twitch.tv. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Welcome to the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. Today, on Geeks and Gamers, let's effing go! All right, nice. Good to see you guys. Thanks so much for finding us. We got a great show for you guys today. So much to talk about. And as always, we'd like to introduce first, Travis Keys.
Good morning.
How are you, Trav?
Doing great. Ready for the show.
Me too. Blabs, what's going on? How are you from Guam?
I'm good. Has anyone seen Adam?
No, I haven't. I don't know where he is, but I have seen Dan Bask. What's up, Dan?
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's my first time on this Geeks and Gamers channel ever.
Hey, what is G&G?
Listen, we need to get rid of this guy. What's up, Jeremy? How are you?
Hey, you replaced me or replaced Dan with me. I'm okay with that. I don't like Dan, so it's okay. So
Now
happy
we
to
all
be
know.
here. This is my first time on Geeks and Gamers too, so this is great. I'm excited.
Same.
Heard it's a pretty toxic channel though.
So toxic, it's ridiculous. Hi, Dan. There you go. You can hop on. Look, oh, Dan's got us. Look at that. Oh my God. What is this? Is this a threat?
Demand respect. I'll use my whalebone on you.
Yeah, well then
Don't.
Jeremy's gonna bring out his bones too.
I'm sorry. Did you say your weapon or your whalebone?
My whalebone.
Oh, you
Can't
don't know
tell
about
with
the
that crazy ass
whalebone?
accent.
Yeah,
No,
both are the same
Oh,
thing.
that's-
My whalebone
yes,
is
that's-
my weapon.
Yes, that is
See?
that is some bragging rights lore right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bragging
So-
rights lore. A lot of side scrollers people don't know this, but I defeated Jeremy with that. That was my weapon of choice to humiliate Jeremy.
Jeremy
Wow.
literally
So
went
there
up
you
to you
go.
with like freaking walrus dicks.
Yes, yes.
Hey,
Don't think you won.
speaking of giant walrus dicks, it's Adam Krigler.
That was a great segue.
How did you
That was a
know?
Great segue.
I've never pulled it out on stream before. How are you aware of that?
Oh my God.
That is
There
not
he
a
is.
reference to anything in particular. Just saying.
It's good to see you guys. Look, we got a great show today, as always. We are very happy to be hanging out with Geeks and Gamers today here on a Wednesday. We do the show every single Monday through Friday, usually on our channel, the Side Scrollers channel. We were going to do it last week, had a little mix up, and here we are today hanging out. You can also find us over on Twitch and on Rumble, which if you guys would like to find us over there. And of course, you can support the show over at patreon.com/sidescrollers. But I fully encourage you first to get to know us, get in the hot tub with us, take off your drawers and get in naked with us, and we'll all do big
Hey.
hot tub party. It'll be great.
I don't know you all
Hey.
that well.
Whoa, Craig.
I'm down for it. I'm down.
See, Dan, I knew you'd be down
Brazilians,
for it,
man.
Dan.
You know Dan
Hey.
would. Yeah.
It's gonna be you two in a hot tub sitting silently, like, what do we do now? And then some
Yeah.
bubbles will pop up.
Hey,
And you'll
I
start
can already
pointing
tell
at
you.
each
video
other.
game.
Dan would be
watch.
like, two things are gonna happen. Dan's gonna bring up his whalebone, or he's gonna say, "Can we just play Fortnite?" That's pretty much what it's gonna be. So,
Listen, Dan's going to do one of two things. He's going to bring up his whalebone or he's going to bring up his whalebone.
yeah,
Whoa.
that is
Hey.
true. That,
Whoa.
hey,
You know that.
Whoa, hey, oh. Next
That way.
stream is on Pornhub.
Well, we should absolutely stream on Pornhub. That'd be really freaking funny.
hey.
Just because why not? We're going to corner the market over there.
Listen, I have a strict rule. If there's super chats involved, I'll stream there. That's pretty much it. So if you get
I like
super
it.
chat,
What
get
is
the
this
super
already? I can
Get-
drink.
well,
69
get
for 69.
We'll get some strange requests. Let's say that.
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of Pornhub, I'm gonna. I still need to lock this down, but tonight, either tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna have some tonight on my evening stream on the Side Scrollers channel. I'm gonna have 44K Panda and Travis. I haven't talked to you about this, but I would love to have you on tonight or tomorrow to talk about their time working in the porn shop. I think
No,
that's
I'm gonna
Oh, really?
Well,
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Interesting.
Yes. I'm sure there's going to be many conversations that I
Oh,
would love to
can we
hear.
do one on side scrollers too? Just saying. We
Maybe.
need Travis.
Oh,
We need
we
another
kind of-
episode
That's
Travis.
went there.
amazing.
We went there already with
Yeah, but we
Travis's
gotta do more
stories.
of it.
We're going to
Well,
dive deep.
We gotta is debatable. Yeah.
Chat saying
Um,
this is going sideways really quick.
Hey, you guys thought,
Side-scrollers.
yeah. This is much like everybody says
First
that I radicalized Ryan, and the truth was Ryan radicalized me. You guys
the
thought
opposite.
that we were gonna make side scrollers toxic. No, they're bringing the toxicity over here.
Damn right. Let's
so-
go.
We've been toxic all the way back to the year 199. It's been that long.
199, 199. Very
Shout out
nice.
to the
Adam.
199s.
That was good.
Love
that
it.
was good.
So in addition to having Jeremy and Dan joining us today, tomorrow we'll be back on the regular YouTube channel with Raging Rhino on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to have this amazing streamer who is, people say handicap. He says handy capable. His name is Handy Capable Sean. He plays games with his chin. And he beat Gradius the other day. He beat Elden Ring or Dark Souls. Like, this guy's insane. So
Awesome.
we're going to have him on Friday. Looking forward to that.
Oh, it's
Um,
awesome that you guys got him.
It is
Yes.
awesome. And can you please make a reference to how bad Gary from Nerdrotic is at video games when he can't do what this guy does? It just
with his chin.
yeah. So
Hey, to be completely honest, Gary's kind of handicapped too. I mean, have you looked at his phone? The
That
size
is
of
not an
Dude,
excuse,
yeah.
man. That is not an excuse.
no,
the
it's literally-
size of the letters that he uses. Come on.
the letter is the whole entire screen. Like
Does he
it's
rotate
one
his
letter.
phone to read it this way?
Yeah, and he still looks at it like this, and it's like I was like, Harry, I'm sitting across the restaurant, and I can read everything that is being said on your phone as you scroll through each letter to read the word.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I remember I had to get a remote for my grandma like that had the giant fucking numbers on it. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Jeremy, if any super chats come in or any memberships, you're gonna need to keep an eye on those. I don't know if you can because
Yes,
I don't
I
have
can.
Streamlabs, but I can tell you that Extra Zero came in with the $4.99. Says it's actually the knife Dan uses when he eats his drive-through Outback.
Yes, precisely.
Nice.
Amazing stuff.
Our buddy Bashy Washy dropped 20
Holy
gifted
shit.
memberships. Thank you, Bashy Washy. As always, appreciate you. The 199's always representing. Hell yeah, it's awesome, man. Thank you, Bashy. Bashy's the reason I watch Tetris. Again, Geeks and
I
Gamers
haven't
fans
seen
are
it yet. Oh,
Geeks and
I
Gamers
really
fans
wanna
are
see it.
very like they're very toxic. Bashy Washy was sending me super chats and gifted memberships as a way to bully me into watching Tetris, and I haven't recovered yet. But in all reality, I did watch it. Bashy was giving me hell. Tetris I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I had a great time watching it. Taron Edgerton did a really good job in it. And it's just so crazy. Right now, Mario is dominating the box office. Tetris is out there. It's weird that you've got some prominent kind of video game movies, whether it's based on the development of it or just bringing Mario to the big screen. So it's a good
And
time.
my favorite thing about these movies are they're not made for the woke or the minority that is screeching. They're just made to be quality
normal
based
movies.
normal
Mhm.
movies, right? And it's like that's what we need more of.
Yep,
And they're
100%.
successful.
Yep.
Yeah, and in the
100%.
case of the Mario movie, it's unapologetically for Nintendo fans. And I saw the movie the other day. Not gonna tell you how, because in my town, you still need the jab for theaters in my town, which is extremely dumb. But I didn't take the jab. I'm not gonna tell you how I watched it. But I thought the movie was extremely unapologetically regarding its fan service. And normies are not going to get probably like 50% of the value that Nintendo fans will. And I love that the movie is so unapologetically about that. Hey, this is for Nintendo fans. And
You
that's-
clearly
we need
watched
more
it.
of that.
You watched it from Gary's phone. That's what you did across the ocean.
From Brazil.
He uses binoculars.
Oh man.
Yes.
Hey, Jeremy Wormy comes in and says, "Love to see the guy that was a part that's part of me finding my dream, and the guy that helped me push going for it. 1-9 clamshell for life, almost to 1K. Let's go, Jeremy Wormy. Love that.
Dermy, man. Dermy Wormy's crushing it, man. It's nice meeting you too at Anime Matsuri last year, Dermy. And man, I'm proud of you, man. Keep grinding, brother.
Love that. All right, so we got some news. Oh, by the way, we talked about this yesterday, but I'm going to be hanging out with you, Jeremy, on Wednesday in Las Vegas. Looking forward to that. It's going to be, I'll be heading out there for the Geeks and Gamers meetup. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. If you guys haven't had a chance to meet you, I look forward to shaking your hand and taking off my pants and getting in the hot tub with you. It'll be a great time. Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah, so about that, I don't think Craig's he's not invited
Really
anymore
stuck
now
on
after that
that.
comment.
I have never seen this side of Craig, by the way. I don't really understand what's going on.
Make you really happy.
What you guys don't know is that you only see me from the waist up. My pants
He's
are
actually
never on.
in a hot tub right now.
How do you know he's not in a hot tub right
Just
now?
like in a giant bucket.
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. It's a personal
Like one of those wooden ones?
I am positive
Little
that
barrel.
the Legion of Memers are on it right now. Just-
Yeah. Put him in a barrel.
It's just in a barrel.
Oh my god, that's awesome. You guys want to talk some news, or do you guys want to keep talking bullshit? Because I'm down with either way.
Good
Why
either
not
way.
both?
Good either- Well,
All
when I
right.
was right before we started, so Adam wasn't here, and Craig's like, where the hell's Adam? Adam's like, I'm literally here in the backstage. That's the same thing that happened on FNT. I joined the call, and they're all talking about me, and they're like, where the fuck is Jeremy? Oh, he's too big. He's too big of a deal. And I'm like, I'm literally here backstage. So me and Adam can relate. So.
Craig starts like, I wonder if he's alive. Damn it, where is he? Blabs is like, he probably got triggered. I'm like, I'm sitting here listening to you guys talking shit. I'm
Well, we
here.
were like 2 minutes out, so I wanted to make sure we were there. You know, just
He even texted the group chat. He's like, Adam, are you around? And he's like, I'm literally here.
well, here we are, ready to go. Hey, Shane came in. Thank you so much, Shane, with the $10 super chat. Says, with this current topic, all I can think is, so you're telling me there's a chance? There you go.
There's a chance.
Yes. In the hot tub. Wait.
Hey, if
right.
you're in a hot tub with someone, there's pretty much a chance.
I mean, you were definitely at that point
Depends
exchanging
on who you're
bodily
with.
fluids.
You
If
should have
it's
with a
public or
friend.
private, you know, those rules don't always apply. I'm just saying.
Makes
Uh,
sense.
Sparta came in. Sparta Chris says, I just got done listening to Crowder talking about the UN wanting to legalize kitty touching, and then I come here. What on earth? Well, you will
That's
not find that here.
That's a
At
Cobra
all.
Cast topic. We'll talk about all that nonsense that's going on, but not Geeks and Gamers. What's up, Sparta Chris?
Hey, Spartacus, I promise you will get a 100 out of 100 does not agree with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
Just
all right.
chipper.
What? I'm sorry. What's that?
The
He
wood
said
chipper.
wood chipper. I'll say it a
Okay.
little louder for the people in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Wood chipper.
Wood chipper.
Someone on Twitter is going to be like, I'm sorry, what did D-Day Cobra say?
And I'm on Twitter every day. Especially the likelihood of us not getting clipped though is worse because Ryan's not here. Because that's when we really get clips when Ryan says something. So
Yeah.
Twitter
That's a
loves
good point.
Ryan.
All right, let's get into this. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for, look at Adam Krigler over there. It's just drinking his little
He's
drink.
just doing the little second one.
It doesn't care
It's time for hard news.
Wow, he's so salty.
Yeah. All right,
I took it. It's mine now.
7 on 10.
it's
Just
mine.
saying. It's mine now.
Crazy Cat says animated Tyson Punch-Out movie. An underdog boxer named Mac goes through the ranks, culminating in an epic fight with Tyson himself. Voiced by Mike Tyson. The only question: movie or series? Series, 100%. Series, definitely not.
I'll always take series over movies because you get better, more deep storytelling at this point. And
Does that include Harry Potter?
Well, I'm not a Harry Potter person, so but
How about Lord of the Rings?
In terms of yeah, I mean clearly. Yeah. But
Got
if
him.
you're asking me though what I would rather have on the premise, obviously after the fact, you know, you can look at some. But I think like Harry Potter would even benefit from a series more than movies, just because from what I've heard from Harry Potter fans, we don't have anyone here that knows anything about Harry Potter, unfortunately. But
Yeah, no way.
you know, so but no, from
All
what I heard though,
clueless.
the movies is that they left so much out with the movies, and so a series could give you an opportunity to tell more of their stories. What do you think, Blabs?
Oh, I don't know anything. What's Harry Potter?
Yeah, I heard that.
What's
There we
Harry
go.
Potter?
Oh, yeah,
I-
I agree
I-
with Jeremy.
On repeat.
I agree under one condition: when you have when you already have the story completed. Because when you're making up stuff along the way, a series can be really detrimental. Like exactly, because with the series and with the business model that involves it, you need to have the like that's something else that makes you excited for the next season, and sometimes that drives you to never ever have a finished and completed, like that sense of completion that you get from a movie. So as long as you have the completed story beforehand, I'm okay with that. If not, like a movie is better in giving you that sense of completion and that satisfaction from the ending.
Yeah, I do think one step more farther. I actually think it could only work as a movie because either that or you'd have to have a great cast member be Little Mac, because you're not going to have Mike Tyson on every episode.
I think it requires someone who actually cares about the lore, someone who actually cares about bringing it to fruition, like Peter Jackson did with Lord of the Rings. Like he stated multiple times, I don't want to inject anything into this. I want to take what it is and make it perfectly representative of what it was, the Lord of the Rings, and he did a fantastic job. We're seeing things like Wheel of Time, one of my favorite book series. I've got it right behind me. It's amazing. What the hell is this series that they put out? It's shit, because they don't give a shit about the actual lore. Why do you think Henry Cavill got freaking into battles with these people? Because they didn't give a shit about the lore. They didn't care about anything other than we're just doing what we want to do. Like, those people need to get the fuck out of Hollywood. Period.
Hey, Adam, have you listened to a song by Blind Guardian called Wheel of Time?
No.
There's my recommendation for you. If you're a fan of the series, listen to the song Wheel of Time by Blind Guardian. It's an epic or Blind Guardian. It's an epic, like 10-minute song, orchestral, and about the series. It's really good. Take a look later.
It's like they made it like
about the story. Yes.
All right.
But can we just be really real about a Mike Tyson Punch-Out movie or series? There's no way in hell that it would ever happen, because the entire Mike Tyson, every single character in that was built around cultural appropriation.
That is true. There's no way.
We got the Pussy Frenchman. We got the piston Honda. Like, are you kidding me? We got the guy
stereotypes.
Right. It's all cultural, and someone would get upset.
Well,
but hey, you can just watch the Rocky movies instead. Because there's a lot of reference to Rocky in that game. It's pretty much Rocky's already the Punch-Out movie.
Yep.
Yeah, that's part of my point, that it could only be done as a movie, because if you did it as a show, each episode would be about one of these fighters. So now you're drawing attention to each one of these stereotypical people, and of course that would cause maximum outrage. Whereas
lean into it.
Exactly.
Fuck it. Why not?
Exactly.
Create the
I
outrage.
think as a
That's
movie,
free advertising.
Would go to see it because of that,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Now
it.
I want to see it happen.
Says, I think the hot tub comment calls for the "I'm not gay no mo" sermon from yesterday, Jeremy.
Oh boy.
Gay no more.
That clip is hilarious, man. Oh my gosh. We played that the first time on CobraCast, and that's the first time I've seen it. But that is internet gold. So I'm sure Hailstorm's going to meme that in some way, shape, or form. So be on the lookout for that.
Hey, and big up.
That is.
Speaking of embracing, hey, give it up for CBK. He says side scroller sucks.
Hey,
let's go.
Yes. See, we got to highlight these weirdos and then monetize them.
That's right. Hey, by the way, Jeremy, I am in the process of making a monetize your haters shirt design that I was going to send your way, because I thought you'd really appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That's literally what it's all CobraCast is. Highlight some fucking dumbass comment and then just monetize them, and then they get even madder. So that's why the 199 exists.
Internet
Aikido.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, let's get into the some actual news here. You got Dan. This probably relates to you. You probably have a stolen Netflix password.
Whoa. He can plead the fifth. I know he's not American, but
who has never done that? Throw the first stone. Come on.
Right. Well, Netflix is gonna they're going to track you down and cut you off on June 30th. That's the last day.
Before you keep going with the story, if you use a VPN, that's stealing from Netflix because they only have certain shows licensed in certain regions. So if you're watching something that's not good open in your region, you're stealing from Netflix.
Hey,
well, now we know.
VPNs for
I'm
the
fine with
win,
that.
man. VPNs for the win. Use them while they're still legal. I bet VPNs will be illegal someday.
Oh my God!
point.
Sooner than later, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So during the shareholder letter, they confirmed a broad rollout of its password sharing crackdown plan in Q2 2023. In short, any quote unquote Netflix freeloaders, you pieces of shit.
Hold on, wait a minute. They claim they're the world's best streaming service. I don't know. I feel like
Hey,
I don't know if I agree with that.
such
Every time
humility.
I want to watch something, it's never on Netflix. So.
I use a streaming service that I will not be naming right now, but it is not Netflix, and I consider it the best.
Mm.
You
got
can
it.
just
It's
say-
got
you can say-
everything.
you-
Yeah,
you
it's
can
called
just say-
Pirate Bay.
Yeah, you can just say Disney Plus, Adam. We know you're a big Disney Plus fan,
Yikes.
so.
He watches
No,
all the
no,
Star
no.
Wars every day.
Oh my gosh. How dare
WWE
you.
Network. There it is.
Yeah.
We may be
So-
on your channel, but I can still get you removed. All right. I'm just saying.
So any Netflix freeloaders, that is individuals who used a friend or family member's Netflix account for free, and most importantly, live in another household, won't be able to access the account after June 30th. So,
Shit.
Blabs just, oh, fuck.
It's so stupid.
How do they know you're not
Yeah.
visiting?
Right. There's so
Oh.
many questions that need to be answered here that I don't know the answer to at all.
Because I
Uh,
tell
I
you,
don't
if they
think I'm
start
able to use it at all because
if
I
they-
use somebody else's who lives in Canada.
right, if they start making people jump through 6 hoops to watch something while they're on vacation, people will freak
Yes.
out and drop their service.
Yeah,
Or-
and I love how they believe that, oh no, I cannot use my mom's Netflix anymore. I'm gonna sign up for Netflix now. No, people will not do that. They pretend, the people at Netflix are pretending that it's not easy to pirate movies at all.
Right.
Right.
Like,
Watch,
okay,
watch
sure.
how many hours of watch
what
time they
happens.
lose.
See what happens, Netflix.
Yeah.
What led to Netflix dominating the entire industry was another company lacking forward vision and having some arrogance in Blockbuster. And Blockbuster did not change with the times, and they didn't have any vision, and they were kind of arrogant. And look where they're at
Yeah.
now. And Netflix promoted password sharing, like they promoted all of this. This was
Yeah.
something that they put into the fabric of their company, and they kind of owned it and embraced it, which made you kind of appreciate that, you know, like,
Don't you pay
okay,
for it,
self-awareness. So I don't even know, I don't know how what do you mean pay for it, like in
I think they're like
like
they
multiple
changed the buy
devices or whatever?
tiers. Yes, you pay.
There are
to use
different tiers.
multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're paying for that access.
Mhm. And so to me, this is not a good long-term decision at all, especially with all, like, right now we're in a different world. Netflix, there's a ton of competition, you know. There's a streaming service for I can't even keep up with the streaming services anymore, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Disney, whether it's Apple, Paramount, whatever. There's way too much competition for you to be acting like this. And again, me and Ryan talked about this a lot. Netflix, like, the reason they took off, and obviously they cornered the market. They were kind of pioneers there for a while, but a lot of what populated that platform was like old school TV shows that you could just watch, you know, the entire series, this old show that you used to watch. That they don't have that luxury anymore. So this is probably not going to be a good long-term decision for them.
Yeah, and the price and the inconvenience starting to get us back to the cable days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're when you bundle all the different accounts that you
Yes.
have, you're paying $100 a month, and it's like, why did we stop this in the first place? You know, like I don't. It's insane. But I do agree with you on when it comes to like Netflix as a whole. They definitely seem out of touch at this point, and they, you know, when you look at their numbers, they have their subscriber numbers. They're still, you know, at the most they've ever had in Q4 of 2022. I mean, they're still growing, but it's just not enough. It's not enough for them, you know, and they got to keep digging.
Bring that back up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, think from a board member's perspective. Look at the upward tilt, right? As it's growing up, and then it's starting to stagnate. Now they're starting to not see that same amount of growth each year. So they're probably freaking out. Like, what do we need to do? Oh, you know what? We'll stop the household stuff. And I think Dan said it. Like, they think that, oh, okay, well, if you can't use your mom's or your grandma's Netflix, they'll just get their own Netflix, and we'll actually continue that growth. Like, no, it's going to have the opposite effect. People are going to be like, well, I'm just going to maybe go back and live in reality and stop streaming all the time and binging stuff and wasting time. They're going to start maybe, I don't know, just watching the movies that they have, or just learning that Pirate Bay exists, and you can, it's the internet. You can go anywhere and find whatever you want to watch. I just found Tetris, and it wasn't very hard to find. I'm interested. Can't wait to watch it now.
That's the one thing about stock price and all that. They value their stock price too much, and if you don't have 10% growth, it's not enough growth. And that's the way companies see things. If you have 5% growth, that's not enough growth. So if you aren't growing fast enough, then your stock price will drop. And that means the bottom dollar of your, the CEO and whoever holds that stock, they aren't as rich now. Why? Because the stock price dropped.
When a corporation sees the stock growth as more important than customer retention and customer service and caring for like the product that they're offering the customer, fuck that company. And it's happening across the board. All of these companies don't give a shit about the person using their product anymore. They're all just dollar signs, and that's it. And we're seeing it in almost every industry where these corporations are like, nah, we're too big. We don't really care about the actual people. They're going to watch it. Hollywood's using nostalgia. All these other companies are just using, they're riding the wave of the success that they already had achieved, and then changing it all to try to just continue making money on it instead of actually caring about a quality product.
Yeah, I forget which company it was, but they had made something like $3 billion, but it was only 5% growth. And then they said they were doing horribly in their outlook or whatever, and their stock price dropped. And I'm like, you made $5 billion and you still grew 5%, and that's not good? Like, what the fuck?
Speaking of dollar signs, Wicked Steel came in with a 10. It says, I think it could actually work kind of like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter movies. He was talking about the Punch Out, where you talk and show where they came from and how they ended up in the tournament. See, there you go, Wicked Steel. I like it.
See, I think that would work more along the lines of building us up to that Smash Bros, and focusing in on individual people within that story. Again, I think Smash Bros is going to be the end game of the NCU.
Exactly. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
100%. Jay, thank you very much. Saying Side Scrollers does not suck. There you go. I love that. Appreciate that.
Hey.
The counter punch, keeping it boxing right there. And then Joe came in and says, "Hail Side Scrollers, hail G&G, cheers, y'all." Hey, thank you so much, Joe. Appreciate you.
USA. Sorry, I said US a couple times. It's probably a flag, but
just okay. US.
What was that wave, Blabs? Can you do that wave again? There we go.
It's a classic Blabs wave right there.
Classic.
Hi.
Spartacus came and says, "I saw yesterday that Netflix is also ending physical media distribution. That's going to hurt them too, because some things you can get physical copies of that aren't on the streaming service anymore." It's funny you mentioned that.
They do physical copies still?
I didn't know
that.
Don't they own Redbox? I thought they owned Redbox.
I didn't know that they were doing this either.
I had no idea.
Wow. Yeah.
I
so
forgot
they
about
remember
this.
those.
They did it once upon a time. I didn't know.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah. I thought this would actually be kind of fun to talk about, because this is a very small window of time, maybe 3 or 4 years, where Netflix rolled out their DVD delivery service, and Blockbuster tried. It was a very small window of time, but it was like a really fun window where you would log on to the website, you'd say, "Oh, I wonder what we have." Then you put it in your queue, and there was services like GameFly, and then you'd wait a day or two, and it would show up, and you'd be like, "All right, I got a movie," and it was pretty fun. It was like a really fun. There's anticipation around watching the movie. Oh, I got Terminator 2 in my queue, and I got to wait for it to show up, and then you have it. But then there's also that like anxiety to where you had to make sure you didn't forget to put it in the in the envelope to send it back, you know, and
Right.
I don't know. This fun times. But anyways, Netflix is finally ending their physical media stuff, which is
Everyone
crazy
was like,
to think
didn't
about.
they already
They're
end?
trying to save money. It's all about cutting costs and trying to continue that growth. It's very obvious.
Yeah, and they'll fire people at the end if that's the last straw to make that growth. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys recall, as pointed out in the story, but initially the streaming was an add-on to the DVD delivery service. You paid for the DVD, and then you got the streaming for free.
Oh.
So initially, Netflix offered the streaming service as an option within the DVD shipping plan. You could stream all you want, but you can only hold on to one DVD at a time. And it was like, it's just crazy to think about how their entire business model just flipped up on its head.
It's
And it was like,
wild.
nah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
It makes me
remember-
wonder how much money this is going to save on their bottom line. Because how much does making a DVD cost? It must be the shipping, but that costs them the money. But they've got like
Yeah.
bulk shipping, I'm sure, with the post office. Like
yeah,
that
and
can't even
medium
be that
mail shipping's
expensive.
pretty
Like,
shitty. It's like cheap.
From the
Yeah.
maintenance in the factories and the automation of, I'm assuming it's automated, right? It's just like pull it and
100%.
then drop it in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shutting all that down is probably going to save them good money.
I can't imagine that I would imagine they've scaled that back over the last decade to where not many people are using the physical side of it. I mean, I would love to see the percentage of Netflix subscribers. So I would say this is probably going to save them dozens of dollars.
All of $12.
Dozens of dollars.
Dozens and dozens of dollars. That's it.
The Rand Man came in says you were supposed to destroy cable, not become it.
Yes.
That's right.
You were the
That's
chosen one.
That's right. And there's a big truth in that. Darian came in and says, looks like they're doing a Twilight series. Oh, how do you feel about that, Blabs?
Well, here's the thing. I actually was not one of those Twilight weirdos when I was a kid. I actually just watched Twilight when I turned 25 a couple years ago. So I
they're
don't care.
shit movies too.
Oh,
They're
I
shit.
remember
They're
that
absolutely horrific.
generation.
I binged them. I was like, I had to keep watching it because they were just so bad.
Yeah, I
Let's be real.
remember that generation, like overweight teenagers with
With
heavy
the
makeup
Valentine's
on,
candies and everything.
listening to Evanescence and going to watch the Twilight movies.
Hey,
Yeah, Jeremy's really
Evanescence
excited.
was all right, but like,
Hey, I'm
They
I'm
have
all
a few
about
gems. They
I'm
have
all
a few
about
gems.
Batman being back in the Twilight series, emo Batman. So I have nothing against Robert Pattinson's Batman. Actually, I think he's fine. He's all right.
that movie was all
So,
right. It just
it was-
wasn't like a Batman movie. To
Yeah,
me,
it was
you know?
it was okay. It was okay. Beardo's wrong,
Uh,
but it's okay.
Paul came in with the two, says, rocking the man bun like my boy Dan Bask.
Hey, and
Dan's like
man
the
bun
only one who
phobia. And man bun phobia. Now.
Have you guys seen the series Chad and JT on Netflix? There's a little 6-episode series. Have you guys heard of this before?
Mm-mm.
No. So there's these guys. They're known as like the party dudes, and it's a 6-episode series, and they're activists that live out in California, and it's like a mockumentary style show, but they have all these ridiculously dumb causes, right? Like they want to protect skateboarders, right? And they're out like talking about protecting skateboarders, for whatever reason. And this guy walks up wearing a "Protect the Border" shirt, like the actual border of the United States shirt. And they got it confused. That got them in controversy with their like crazy fans. And they later did a real life protest to raise awareness for small wieners. You know, so that's where like Dan. It was like in tiny wiener shame or something. So as Dan was talking about man buns, that's the first place I went was for,
And small
don't worry about your
pee-pee
small
shame.
dog. Yeah.
He always yells out, big pee-pee energy. It's
awesome.
Above average.
Bill came in and says, imagine the hype if a sequel to Mario comes out and the post-credits scene is them getting the Smash Brothers invite letter. Oh,
Bro,
man.
it would be insane. Nintendo's got something special on their hands right now. If they can capitalize off of this and do it the right way, they've got a 8 to 10 year opportunity to just make massively successful films, and And I think it would work good for them as whenever they do release a new system as well, whenever that's going to be. I still think they're 2 to 3 years away from another system minimum, because the Switch is still selling really, really well, and they have Tears of the Kingdom coming out, but they could do a lot with the cinematic universe.
You want to talk about record breaking? Smash Brothers would break some records, guaranteed.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
That's the Infinity War. That's the Infinity War of Smash Brothers, and I think it'll definitely get there.
What do you think will be the next step for Nintendo for the NCU, Nintendo Cinematic Universe? I think it's gonna be just another Mario movie.
That's what I would hope. I think it's probably Zelda's the rumored thing that everybody said. I would rather just have a Mario sequel. I think the Mario sequel is the best thing to capitalize and get some actual real storytelling out of it.
Yeah, but if we're talking about a non-Mario movie, I think Donkey Kong is next rather than Zelda.
They've already established
because you already have a you already have a setup.
Yep.
As our boy, as our boy Drunk 3PO says, they will follow if you want to know where it's going, look at the theme parks. And when you look at the theme parks, the next big attraction is the Donkey Kong ride.
That's right.
Hey.
That is true.
Great point.
That's a good point. Shout out to Drunk 3PO. He never gets any shout outs, so shout out to Drunk 3PO.
Hi, Jay.
Never ever.
Never.
Hey, by the way, if you guys are just tuning in, we're live over on Geeks and Gamers. You can find us here on Wednesdays, which is pretty awesome. Once again, thanks, Jeremy, for allowing us the opportunity. You guys can find us over on our regular channel Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday over at youtube.com/@sidescrollers podcast. We'd love to see you guys then. We are on after Geeks and Gamers Daily. You guys can just pop on over and find us over there. We'd really appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. So I'm loving it, man. I've been watching Side Scroller since its return, and loving what you guys are doing. And obviously, this is what I want Geeks and Gamers to have, a ton of good content, and this is a great show. So happy to have it over here.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Mike came in and says, clamshells and bisexual lighting. Hail the 199.
Was that in reference to your lighting, Jeremy?
Yeah, so the bisexual lighting, and then so Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker talked about me yesterday or a few days ago, and
really,
oh yeah, and so Ethan Klein was looking at my shirt, and he was like, "Is that Clamshell Lives Matter? Is that what his shirt is?" And so I'm like, "What the?" And of course, then there was another video where I had it was on my hat, the logo on my hat, logo on my shirt, logo on the channel. I had the logo right here on my microphone, and he still couldn't figure out what it was. And then finally, somebody in the chat told him. So we made the clamshell emojis, which Cloud right there, Cloud 1990 just dropped. So,
is that what those are?
Yes, it's the clamshell with the Geeks and Gamers hat on it.
Okay, that guy, man, Ethan Klein is a cautionary tale about what unchecked mental illness and extremism can do to a person.
Yeah,
that was a hard fall.
Big time. I mean, I used to watch Ethan Klein a long time ago.
Me too. Used to be a huge fan. And he used to be a pretty level-headed guy.
He fought a battle for all YouTubers too.
Yeah.
For
he got broke.
Creators.
And so that's how the Clamshell Coalition has been born right there. So we just own it. We own it. Yeah, we own it, man. We're gonna make merch out of it, all of it. So.
Absolutely, love it.
He fell hard. Yeah.
East Coast Toasty Boy says, well, maybe if Netflix would stop blackwashing white people and taking off good shows that we all love, they wouldn't be having these issues. Thank you so much, East Coast Toasty Boy.
This is
for sure.
The nonsense that Netflix is, especially like the cuties and all that. That was massive backlash.
And followed up with
it's insulting to black people too.
Yeah.
Like if you can't write a normal character for black people, like what's that say? You know what I'm saying? Come on, just if you can write white people, you can write black people.
I love all the same type of people that are bitching about that are complaining that the new Lilo and Stitch movie that they're doing, they actually got a native Hawaiian. She was born there, and they're like, well, she's actually not of Hawaiian descent. It's like, oh my god, like she's not black enough for the character.
It's
and it's
wild,
like,
man.
what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Do you hear yourself?
Double standards.
Self-awareness doesn't run with these people.
Yep.
And there's no more bubbles in Lilo and Stitch.
No more bubbles. Sad day. Aid says, hail side scroller's been lurking since the DSP interview, which was gold. Hail Jeremy, Dan, and the Krigler. Massive hail to the 199. Hey, Aid, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Paul came in, says, the only Twilight I need is Twilight Princess. Thank you, Paul.
Shout out to Twilight Princess.
Wise words.
Quality.
Good stuff. Mike came back, says, all we need is an intellectual like DSP to join in. DSP is always welcome on the show.
He
Always.
would make us all look stupid.
He's not coming back.
I
I don't want him back. No, I'm not. I don't think he's welcome. No, fuck DSP. He's an asshole.
But he loved you so much after that stream. He's complimenting you for days.
Ron,
Sure.
talking about the Star Fox movie would be awesome to see. Hail 199. Thank you so much, Ron. And East Coast came back, and Toasty Boy says, my Cobra size is 199, way above average.
So Adam said grandeur during the DSP interview, and DSP keeps saying grandeur because he thinks that's how you
Grandeur. Yes.
Grandeur. Grandeur. It's
Grandeur.
And I
grandeur,
just
dude.
find it humorous because he keeps saying it.
Oh, hey, look at it. It's toxic masculinity. All of toxic masculinity has joined us today, which is great. It says, what the fuck, Dan? A man bun might have to take you to my Amazon playlist and would love to show you and Ripa do a collab and hail the 199. That's for you, Jay.
That man bun thing is it's super interesting because it's an American thing. I've never heard of that man bun hate before. That's quite interesting.
Doesn't
And
even look like you
Ripa
have a
and Vask collab is coming soon.
Dope.
It's hard to read sometimes, and the best thing are super chats that make me read hard things.
It's hard to say the
love
words
this.
Jeremy.
Challenge
also.
accepted. Bring him
That's
on.
right.
Bring
Yeah,
on
but his name
I
is-
want to see him trip up like
But
crazy.
his name is Stuttering Craig, so whenever he does do that,
Yeah.
he could just fall into like, yeah, I'm just leaning into my name. You know?
I
Excuse
embraced
me.
it, that's right.
Excuse me, Jeremy.
Stay
I'm
on
trying to
brand.
make fun of Craig right here. All right.
Yeah, what's your problem, Jeremy?
I got
First of
something
all,
for
Whose
y'all
side are
coming
you
up.
on?
As the rule here at Geeks and Gamers, we don't ban anybody in the chat unless you're spamming or doxing someone or threatening, unless it's Quarter Black Garrett coming in here with this bullshit. Quarter Black Garrett, keep this man bun love out of my
Yeah,
chat. All right?
I stand with the
Yeah,
man
yeah.
bun brother. Hell
Yeah.
yes, wise words.
All
Quarter
right,
Black.
man.
Okay, hold on.
Quarter
I have
Black
to
is
say,
a wise man.
for most of my adult life, I had long hair. All right, very long hair.
Hey.
All right, and I rocked the man bun.
It's
all right? And
practical.
so I'm pro man bun. Just
Practical.
There
my-
you go.
throw
It's
my
very
hat in the ring
practical.
here.
It's like
So
you just wake up and you do your hair like this,
No.
and you're ready. You're ready to go.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? No,
Yes.
you've got your hair in a bun.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
The only
Actually,
reason
it's not a
people,
bunny. You just can't see the rest of it. See?
the only
Because it's
reason
really
people
short.
think it's
Your hair is
No,
really
it's
short.
not.
Look at this
Oh,
guy.
that.
Look at this
This
guy.
What's your hell?
Damn.
Look at this
Whoa.
guy.
Oh my god.
Wait,
look
why?
at this
Why are we doing
dude.
this?
We're going through memory lane, Adam.
What's happening? What's
We're,
going on?
we're
right
looking
now?
at your hair. That's all.
The only reason people say the
There you
man bun
go.
is unacceptable is because they give a stereotype of the person that wears the man bun, not because of the man bun itself. It's the stereotype of the man that has.
No, it's the
man
same
bun.
shit as like pineapple on pizza. Who fucking gives a shit?
Yeah, true.
No one
That's
actually cares.
disgusting.
You don't really care. Shut
Yes,
the
we
fuck
do.
up.
Yes,
You
we
don't
do.
care.
I had a bet on the
no,
Mario
you don't,
movie.
Jeremy.
I had a bet on
Yeah.
the Mario movie. I certainly cared because I
you
needed
do
Mario to
not
make
care.
a billion.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I needed to make a billion. I needed to make a billion to keep me away from pineapple. on pizza.
Bullshit. It's
Pineapple on
bullshit.
pizza is a crime against humanity. That is a fact.
That's bullshit. Who's it
Listen,
harming?
I can't. I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not dealing with this shit. I can't deal with this.
That's right, Jeremy. Get the
It's an
fuck out.
abomination. An abomination.
I know we're on your channel, but don't fuck with me today, Jeremy. All right.
What I meant to say is that pineapple on pizza is a crime against humanity.
God damn it! It's ridiculous. Hey, Flawed, who, by the way, Flawed, I would love to have you on, man. It says blackwashing
Flawed.
is actually called getting dirty. Wow.
Damn.
Wow, that's he's allowed to say that.
He's allowed. He's allowed.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna be
any of
canceled
us,
because of that,
I don't think
yeah.
any of us can say that, but Flawed can say it. So he says the things that we can. Thank you, Flawed. Yeah, he's great.
All right. Listen,
It is crazy how I blame Gary for the popularity in pineapple on pizza in our communities now because it's gotten far more popular lately and it pisses me off. So
it's great.
bullshit.
No.
Bullshit. No, it's
No.
not.
Listen, I'm going to see you,
You don't have
in
to
a
eat
week.
it, Jeremy.
Yeah.
We're
I already
not
won
gonna.
my bet. I'm not eating that shit. I won my bet.
You don't have
Motherfucker,
to.
you're
That's the
gonna eat
beauty of
something.
it.
No.
We just
You
discovered
also
something
don't have
potentially
to have
worse,
long
though.
hair and wear a man bun. It's the same
No.
shit, dude.
Last night on Tuesday Night Main Event, we just discovered something potentially worse that Brazilians
on.
apparently like. I didn't know.
Go
It's
on.
eggs on pizza.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
apparently Asian people
not
love.
right.
I need
pickles on
some more.
pizza.
I need some more context. What else are you putting on the pizza? Like what? You describe this pizza.
Just Google Brazilian pizza and you'll see.
I
It's
know.
like
No, what-
eggs,
I want
black
to hear from you.
onions.
it's terrible.
I don't know. I don't know everything about Brazil.
You're Brazilian.
What do you mean?
Culture.
I mean,
What go-
people
what
were
goes on an
criticizing
egg
me last
pizza?
night. People were criticizing me
You're
last
like-
night.
you're
Hey,
fake
you're a
Brazilian.
terrible Brazilian. You don't even play foot. You don't even play soccer competitively. You're a
You're
terrible
just
Brazilian. It's
cute
like,
Brazilian.
come on.
Real.
Well, you just called it soccer
fake.
instead of football. Again, a terrible Brazilian.
You're fake.
See?
You're fake.
Hey, I'm
Horrible.
trying. I'm trying
Shame
to
on
adapt
you.
to the culture.
Shame him.
I'm trying to respect
Love
your
it.
culture. Come
Hashtag
on.
kick Dan.
All right.
Hold on,
God
I want to
damn it.
see. I need to look up this egg Brazilian pizza.
Ew.
It's
Just
really
type Brazilian
disgusting.
pizza.
Yeah.
Google Brazilian pizza.
Yep.
All
I
right.
didn't
really
know about
disgusting.
it until yesterday.
Aiken Ola says you should check out Ember Labs' Majora's Mask as a terrible fate for an example of a Zelda film. Cool. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind.
He almost
So,
said
good
terrible
stuff.
Zelda
I
film.
have an update.
He
I have an
almost said
update.
terrible Zelda film.
Now this is the top recipe for Brazilian pizza.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Oh,
Thin
no.
crust. All right, obviously the crust. All right. Some pizza sauce, sure. Mozzarella cheese, sliced olives, thinly sliced onions, some diced ham, and hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hard-boiled
That's
eggs.
gross.
So
I would try it.
I've had
Okay.
eggs on pizza before. It's not my thing. Not my thing.
All right. Hey,
But I didn't know
Spartacus comes in.
that was known as a Brazilian pizza. It's my.
It's
first
actually
time hearing
more
that.
accurately described as a Portuguese pizza.
Oh really?
So seemingly the Brazilians stole it from the Portuguese. So,
Oh yeah,
like
we're
that.
good at that.
I
Okay.
like that.
Spartacus asked a hard-hitting question. Says, "Why should I sub to you? Give me good reasons. Will there be hot tub shows like on Twitch? If not, will you start making them?" Well, Spartacus, I'm actually in a hot tub right now, right? And
If you look at the memes, you will see.
absolutely, for sure.
just in a
And
barrel.
I'll let Blabs tell you why you should sub to Side Scrollers. Go ahead, Blabs.
Because we're the #1 entertainment and gaming podcast in the world. I think I switced up gaming and entertainment, didn't I? But yeah.
Yes,
Close
you
enough,
did.
Blabs. Good try. There you go.
Yes.
We're on our way.
And I'll touch you with my whalebone if you don't.
No, he won't. No, he won't. Leave him. Just ignore him.
Well, maybe there might
I'm
be
trying
some
to
people
help
who
here.
want you to touch them with your whalebone if they do.
Oh damn. Oh, yeah.
Maybe there's a metaphor in
I'll
there
do
from
whatever
Dan,
you-
I don't know.
I'll do something disgusting that you don't want me to do if you don't.
Anyway.
Way to push it, Dan. Way to push it. I love it.
There you go.
Jay's full utter chub says Jay deserves some firm and rigid support. Hey, all right, sounds great. Love that. And
The super chats were getting
Almost like
crazy
a
last night on main event.
whalebone touch from Dan. Is that
Yeah, they were getting
Hey,
wild.
that
They were
fits.
getting wild.
That fits the description.
will you be having Gavin McGinnis on anytime soon? The answer is we'll have anybody and everybody on that wants to talk to us.
You
I will
don't
talk
want-
to
you don't
literally
want-
anybody.
You don't
I
want to have
mean,
Gavin McGinnis on. You don't
Yeah,
want
you
to
might,
have
you,
Gavin
you
McGinnis
might
on.
have the ban button at the ready.
Are you aware of what happened?
You know what
He's-
happened, right, Craig?
He's the guy with the dick, right?
Yeah.
Dick guy,
guy
yeah.
with the dick?
The guy with
I mean,
the
I think all guys have dicks.
Let me
like,
say
oh.
this though. Let me say
Well,
this.
lads, it's 2023. All right.
Aha, yeah.
But I don't even know if you can qualify that as a dick. More like a peck. A small, like it
well,
was-
it depends. If you were watching it on Gary's phone, you'd probably be able to see it a little bit better.
maybe.
Maybe.
Because like whenever that happened and we all started looking, everybody thought we were like impersonating X-Ray Girl, but it was like no, we were just squinting to see if we could find what he was pulling out. So
Fly
wow,
TV's
X-Ray
in chat
Girl.
said it
So-
looked like a French fry.
Was there an explanation to why he did it? Like, just
He
No,
lost
no.
the argument. That's
yeah,
what I
basically.
hear.
That's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah,
He
like,
was
I-
trying to shit on these guys, and they proved him his whole argument null and void.
Yeah.
So he
sounds
pulled his
like a
dick
piece of
out,
shit.
and ran away.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's like why dogs bark? Why monkeys like bananas? Why it's
I like
Blab-
that explanation. Yeah, good.
Blab says she has to roll because she's got
She's
to
too
go.
big of a deal. She's too big of a deal.
No,
for
it's just I live an hour away from the dentist, so I gotta get going.
Well,
too big.
you should probably find one a little bit closer, Blabs. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
there
throw it
are
out there.
closer
Like,
ones, but they're all schmucks, so I don't really want them messing up with my teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
okay. All right, sounds good. Well, she wanted to look at the memes, some of the memes with that she has pulled up. So let's go take a look at some of these memes really fast because the Legion of Memers are go hard. Now, listen, Blabs, you're gonna miss this. I have something actually very deep that I wanted to expose today. That I'm not a weirdo, and you're gonna miss this. So I expect you to be watching. Right? No. Listen, you're gonna need to. We're going to do this right after this, so you make sure you're watching the show because I want your reaction tomorrow on the show. Okay.
She's scared.
Just trust me on this. I know. So here's first one from Extra Zero. There you go. So Greg zooms out on side scrollers.
That is frightening, dude.
Yeah.
Like that is like frightening, dude. Your face
kind of disturbing.
You look
looks like
really
you want to
creepy.
eat somebody.
Yeah.
Get in here. I'm gonna eat you. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Well, we're not done yet. Speaking of creepy, here's Extra Zero came in with Krigler says, "Don't make me whip it out, Craig."
This one's great.
It's your walrus stick.
It's actually whalebone, so
Oh,
I don't
my bad.
know
Hey.
where Extra Zero got the walrus penis from, but sure.
Jeremy.
And there we go. We got the this is from Dermy Wormy. Check this out. All hanging out in the back. I love that.
So this is
That's
an
great.
Alabama hot tub.
At least
Roll
he has
Tide.
his trunks on.
Roll Tide.
Love that. Love that.
That's great.
Thank you guys very much for those. Love that. Love that. Love the effort. All right, Blabs, you got to go.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
See you.
Bye, Blabs.
All right, love you all. Bye. Have a great
Get the
rest of your
fuck
day,
out.
night, evening. All right, shut up.
Oh,
Nailed it.
snap.
Nailed that shit. All right.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Man, I got to be honest. I don't know if this is worth doing without Blast, but I think I'm going to do it anyways. So there's with every show, you build some lore, right? There's lore attached to each show. Obviously, the 199 was just created out of thin air, right?
Yep.
Dan Vass'
love
whalebone
or hate.
over time. What's that?
It was created out of love or hate.
That's right. That's right. Now, Side Scrollers was a show that I did 555 episodes of prior to bringing it back 2 months ago, right? And so we're back at it again. So there was a previous entire iteration of Side Scrollers back in the day. And one day, as a Patreon exclusive, we watched some inappropriate comments that I made back in 2011 on the show. So a long, long time ago. So I wanted to pull that up really quick. I actually want to pull up and watch this final one. This was the number one.
Wait, did we not watch this one or something?
We did, but
Okay, we watched.
listen, there's a reason why we're going to watch this. Okay.
All right. Okay.
This is from 2011 with a wee lad, Stuttering Craig, during the Screw Attack days, and we're just going to watch this. And this has been talked about multiple times since the show has come back. So let's go to watch this really quick.
Living dangerously, aren't we?
Here we are.
I love it.
I don't want to overanalyze this, right?
Then don't. Let's move on.
We eat, well, not we, but people eat like cow balls and lamb testicles.
Oh,
and stuff
dude,
like that.
what? You going here with this?
No, I'm just saying, if he gets it removed, like, I'm sure people in Africa would love to eat this guy's ball.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You okay, Jeremy?
So good. I love it. I love it.
So this guy, the long story short, this guy had like a cancerous ball or something, and he was talking about getting it removed. And my thing was like, well, hey, we'll just, people would love to eat that. Why not? So let's continue.
We cannot go a week. I know. Without you saying something horrible, so inappropriate, and so wrong. I'm sure people in Africa would like to eat this guy's just
giant
suggest eating
testicle.
down Africa a testicle. Hey,
I'm sure they
you know what you said. Our problem is solved. This guy's just walking around with, the cure the world hunger right between his legs.
But here's the thing. Here's the issue. when you were growing, don't look like that. Stop it. When you were growing up, your parents, and the stereotypical thing is,
how is this now a coming of age story? Go.
because when you were growing up, your parents would be like, there's kids in Africa that would love to eat that, right? You hear that all the time.
For food.
Why not just put a little salt and pepper inside?
You're doubling down. Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
Totally worked. All right, moving on.
Okay, so this is 2011, right? And I want to point out, I hear about this today mostly from Adam Krigler over there. It's brought up every 2 weeks. He brings it back up, right?
Any chance I get, I bring that up.
I like how you immediately knew that what you were saying because you put your hands like this immediately as you said it.
Hey, I stand by that statement. I embrace the idea that there are people who eat
bringing cancerous nuts to Africa.
just
that's
unnecessary.
You're standing by. That's the hill you're gonna die on.
No, it's not the hill I'm gonna die on. What I'm saying is, if someone wants to get their arm chopped off, fucking send it to Africa. Let it be, right? Okay. Here's the thing.
Well, and they're not cannibals in Africa.
Okay.
Wait.
Listen, you're over here thinking
Not
I'm all weird,
all
right?
of them.
Let's hold off. Let's hold on, because the YouTube algorithm is a wonderful thing. I have been validated.
Get the fuck out.
By Theo Vaughn and Caleb Presley. Do you know who Theo Vaughn is?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know who Caleb Presley is?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Caleb Presley from Barstool Sports. Caleb Presley is phenomenal. He is one of the best interviews ever. I love Caleb Presley.
Okay. Hey, Mo points it out in the chat. He says, deep fried, they won't know the difference. There you go. That's right. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So look, here we go. This is
from what? From a regular nut? From a cancerous one? Is that
what, you know? It's like you run under hot water, it kills the germs. That's what they always say. So, look, this is from
hot water is the cure for cancer, according to Craig.
No sugar is. But this is
not medical advice.
Not medical advice.
Not doctors. Right. We're not doctors.
No.
Not a doctor.
This is okay. I want to share you a clip from their most recent podcast, the Theo Vaughn podcast with Caleb Presley. Tell me this is not validation. Let's watch this real quick.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Dude, I'm here
Yeah, that's true, huh?
for a while.
You moved out here to Nashville. How's that been for you?
It's been good so far. I haven't been here that much. Fall's like the busiest time of year for me, so I'm traveling. But I've liked it so far.
It's a lot of like I notice if you go downtown, you see a lot of fat stuffed in the boots.
Dude, I told you that. I was like, it's way fatter than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all love, but there's a lot of fats out here.
Oh, there is.
And most on the female side. And I'm not even looking from a sexual perspective. Like,
yeah.
They're just a lot of girls they're on Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
And they're fat.
They're thick, baby. They're thick now.
They're thick.
Yeah, they changed it, man. But because it is, fat has become more designer.
Yeah.
I think the Kardashians did that because they had that kind of desert fat, that ass.
Did you see this story that Kim apparently cut her ass off? It's off now.
Wow. And did they do anything with the meat or whatever?
I think they had to have, but I don't know what they did with it.
I'm sure she gave it to blacks, man.
Well, listen to what he says.
I think they had to have, but I don't know what they did with it. What would you have done with it?
Oh, I'm sure she gave it to blacks, man. If you've seen like a lot of her history,
Yeah.
She does a lot of stuff for like the African American community.
And you think they would reappropriate it or just eat it?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Look, I'll tell you this. If I got a half pound of Dashian ass in the mail, bro.
Yeah. I might sear it, but I might not cook the whole thing. You know?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm leaving the middle rare. I'll be honest, bro. I am, bro. And I think I'm eating it alone.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go! Validated 12 years later. Yes. You hang your head in shame, Adam Krigler. You fucking hang your head in shame. I am not alone in this.
I got nothing to be ashamed of, dude. That shit was hilarious. I'm leaving the center raw. That shit is funny, dude.
That was awesome.
Oh my god. So I'm
Vindication.
I feel so fucking validated 12 years later.
The fact that he had to eat it alone is the best part.
No, I didn't have to. He wanted to.
Chose
to. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man.
So there you go. Awesome. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
For the record, I don't think Kardashian had a cancerous ass. All right.
Hey.
There's a
You
big
never
difference.
know.
I
You never
mean,
know.
it looked like it at some
Maybe.
point.
That we
but-
know. That we know of.
That we know of. That's
You
true.
know.
That we
Pour
know
some
of.
hot water on it. You know.
Everybody that dates them chicks turns out to be crazy and their career tanks. So I don't know.
What is her career again? Never mind.
Weasel
no, what
Clement
I'm
says
saying,
it's
the
a whole
people
new
that
meaning of
date
eating
them,
ass.
the people that date them, their careers tank is what I'm saying.
Now,
Right.
does
Oh,
they
yeah.
attract? Do they attract crazy, or they make them crazy? That's
Yes.
the real question.
A little bit of
The
both.
answer is yes.
Oh my
I
God.
would argue that Kanye had traits of crazy before they got married, and she just magnified them. Let's say that.
Right.
So yes.
She amplifies their potential.
All right. Well, look,
crazy.
I just wanted to share that with you guys as a little bit of validation for my thought 12 years ago. I was a forward thinker, and now we have Theo Vaughn and Caleb Presley thinking like me. I'm way ahead of the curve. It's ridiculous. You guys want to
Good
get
old
back into
times.
gaming real quick?
I should email your mother and let her know how proud you are.
She watches the show. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. All right, let's get back into some gaming stuff because we need to keep it really serious and hardcore here. We do see a bunch of super chats. Thank you guys very much for those. I totally lost track of them, but thank you very much because I do not have them on Streamline. But I do see
we got DJ Mike Fury, Fury,
yeah.
DJ
Furry.
Mike Fury for
Which is it?
$4.99 says enjoying side scrollers on Geeks and Gamers gives me hope that there are sane people out there in this world. By the way, have you seen Carl Jobs Billy Mitchell video? I don't know much about Billy Mitchell lately. I've seen Craig talk about Billy Mitchell a lot like in the past few months, but I don't. What's going on with Billy Mitchell these days?
Dude, okay, so he is the guy. He's the Donkey Kong guy. He's the best gamer of the millennium or whatever. Like he's the guy,
the original Donkey Kong arcade guy.
Right. And so Billy Mitchell, long and short of it is pretty much everything that he's ever said that he did was faked, or done in a non-official manner, right? So. And Carl Jobst is a guy who follows the speedrunning community very tightly, and he's followed the journey along with Billy Mitchell and essentially called him on his nonsense. And then the most recent video, Billy had this. He's had this guy who was an major supporter of him for a long time. Like he competed in speedruns against Billy Mitchell, and he's like, Billy is not lying. And then he started to dig into it a little bit more, and he's like, oh my gosh, everything's a lie. And he's totally flipped on Billy Mitchell, like 180 degrees. And he's like, this guy is a total con artist. And in doing so, now Billy Mitchell has filed this lawsuit against his former friend to keep a phone call that they had where Billy Mitchell was talking about this master plan to make everybody look stupid. And it was a really like convoluted, like Dr. Evil style plan. But the lawsuit was thrown out, and they could use the phone call between him and his friend, which was recorded. It's the most ridiculous, stupid drama ever about something that nobody cares about except for like 3 people, and Carl Jobst is monetizing the hell out of it, and I think it's great. So
I was hoping you were going to say he sued him for defamation, because if he'd have done that, then all of that would have came out in court, and he'd have been able to prove that Billy Mitchell was a liar on paper, which would have been great.
I think that Billy Mitchell is fascinating, and I would love to interview Billy Mitchell, but I don't think he'll ever do it because just from a legal perspective, he has so many lawsuits tied up in suing random people. He's suing Twin Galaxies, which is like it's essentially the Guinness Book of World Records for video games. They were the gold standard for records for a long time. But he's suing like anybody and everybody who says anything bad about him.
I just got a notification. It turns out he's actually suing you now, Craig.
Oh,
yeah. You are now currently on his list of being sued as well. So that's
man.
I was waiting for it.
Can you imagine all the things that he's been told not to talk about or discuss or mention, or that, you know what I mean? If he's in that many lawsuits, it's probably outrageous. So even to remember all the things he can't talk about would be crazy.
And imagine not being able to say stuff because it would actually prove that you're a liar.
You're right, Adam. That's like hilarious.
Look at him. Just look at this guy. God.
Didn't we talk about peaking and not being able to like grow past high school? Like this dude won't let it go or move forward in his life.
Yep.
I'm the Donkey Kong King, damn it.
He won't let it go.
Okay,
won't let it go.
buddy. We should just let him have it. Like, okay.
Right.
Yes,
have fun.
just don't hurt
No
me.
one cares.
Hey, Jeremy, you have Nintendo Switch Online, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Did you know you got some new games today?
Did not.
Hey, check it out. You got some new games for Switch. Some Genesis games.
Oh, nice.
You got Flicky, Kid Chameleon, Pulse Man, which is actually like a kind of a rare game, I think, if I recall correctly, and the Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2 on it.
Hell yeah. No, I mean the
Which,
Nintendo
for some
Switch
reason,
Online
the video's not playing, but
Nintendo
so
Switch
the Street
Online's
Fighter
been pretty good. Now, in terms of the games that they've given us, not the actual service of like online functionality and all of that, because good lord, man.
Nintendo Online is just
yeah, it's so bad. But these games look. I don't think Kid Chameleon. I remember. I don't think I played it though. I do remember the game.
Man, who could imagine back in the early '90s that you would see Genesis games on Nintendo?
I know.
This is insane.
It would have blew my mind as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an update. Someone actually came into my chat, and I don't recall who it was, and I kind of feel bad about that. But they said, "Hey, would you play the Beyond Oasis game that you talked about?" Now, you remember I talked about Beyond Oasis on Genesis, one of my favorite game on Genesis, and it turns out it's on Steam, and I didn't know, and it was a freaking $1. So now I have it. I have it on Steam. I'm probably going to stream it sometime. Beyond Oasis.
Give it a go.
There we go.
Give it a go.
Nice.
Pretty hype.
I like it.
Great game.
Do a couple more quick hits here. Did you guys see that Lego unveiled 4 new Sonic the Hedgehog sets? They have a new Sonic the Hedgehog set for they have the Mario sets. Now they have the Sonic the Hedgehog ones. Have you guys seen these at all?
No. Hey,
No?
that's cool.
Looks pretty cool.
I might buy one and save it because it'll probably skyrocket in price in 5 years.
Yep.
But they got it in here, and they got this like kind of wacky thing where Sonic's talking to the camera and stuff. But you put him in this little blue ball, and it's kind of like Hot Wheels. I think that's the way I saw it described, where you pop him in, then you push him out, and he does little loops and stuff, and
that's actually kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Lego's killing it, man.
They are.
I know. Isn't it crazy that Lego took this little toy of these blocks that fit together, and they've made this like multinational billion-dollar industry of games and content, movies,
Took
toys.
it from another company.
Yeah,
That's Sonic.
Really?
Pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
They weren't the first.
Okay. How do you guys feel about Lego video games? I have a little bit of a controversial opinion on them. How do you guys feel?
Please fire away.
I've never
I hate
Lego.
them.
Yeah, I've never been the biggest one.
That was quick.
I understand. I understand the charm with them. I do. I think Lego Batman was one of the few I played through. But why do you hate them, Dan?
I play the Lego games. I play Lego Batman. I play Lego Star Wars, the old one for the PS2, and it's a really cool game. But I just keep thinking, this is a cool game. I wish it weren't Lego.
I think the thing is with
that makes
Lego
sense. That makes sense.
that it's a good way to take what would normally be an adult content-oriented game and make it for younger people. And I think that's what Lego is good at doing. Like Batman would normally be teenagers or older, whereas now younger kids can play this Batman Lego game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense. Maybe it's just I'm not the target audience.
It's not made for you,
you're not
Dan.
10.
Not made
But I
for
hear
me.
you. But I hear you on that because you play like something like Lego Batman, and it's really good. It does everything right with Gotham and the music and the theme and the atmosphere, and you're like, if this wasn't a Lego game, this would be amazing.
Exactly. That's
So
what I
hear
keep
you.
thinking
Yeah.
while I'm playing.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Great, man. I think Lego games are cute. I think the best Lego game that we haven't seen is Mortal Kombat Lego, because I could just see. Wouldn't it be fun to see like a fatality where they just kind of take off the head, or something along those lines? So
Lego guts coming out of them.
Yeah.
Character.
I've never played a Lego game at all, and I have zero interest in it because I know that I would probably feel that same way, Dan. And there's so many games out there that I haven't played that I want to play, that if I'm going to play something new, it's going to be from the list of games that I haven't played that I want to play. Lego games are not on that list at all.
Is it Lego or Lego?
Lego.
Lego.
And I believe
like Lego.
that
Lego
plural Lego is Lego too.
No, it's Legos.
If you look at the Star Wars Lego games, which would normally be a dog you stabbing, killing people with lightsabers, they did it so well. Kids can play it, and parents are okay with it. You know what I mean? So that's a good example.
Gameplay is good. The gameplay is fine, but it's as the guy said. I keep thinking, wow, if this weren't a Lego game, it would be awesome. I would be all over this. Yeah,
I feel that.
Maybe it's just not. Maybe I'm not the target audience.
If it weren't a Lego game,
really young kids.
Yeah, if it weren't a Lego game, then kids 10 and under wouldn't be playing it, though. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's
true. Let me grab a couple of these super chats we missed from earlier. Please. Let me see. So we've got Chaos Killer says, "Imagine if you guys bring It's a Gundam on DSP interview." Yeah,
well, we kind of did a little bit.
You kind of.
I mean, you got Gundam.
Yeah, I heard that. Dermy Wormy, man buns equal Jack Murphy.
That's an exaggeration.
It's more the beard. I think the beard really. Anyway,
this next one's gonna be kind of welcome to Geeks and Gamers, everybody. Chris Benoit for $5.
Here we go. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Craig. Longtime fan. Used to watch Screw Attack top 10s with my kid. I miss those days. Damn, dude.
Sorry about that, Chris.
Fucking hell.
Sorry about
that. How those? Were you injecting yourself with steroids then, or were you running your head into the ground when you were watching them? Which was more entertaining for you, Chris? Sorry.
Oh man.
Were you developing CTE during or after the watching of the top 10s?
Man. Dermy Wormy for 2 says Adam Pixels. And then we got Opus Force for 2. DKK 250. That's the currency. Should be enough for Jeremy's pineapple pizza. It will never be enough for my pineapple pizza. The Rand Man for 2 says beard of shame for Jeremy for my pineapple on pizza take. Rob Biller says Odin is going to care about it in a couple of weeks, talking about pineapple on pizza. Shane Bentley, Jeremy is already a flawed person because he's a Bama fan and wants to date Tom Brady, but he's right about pineapple on pizza. Hashtag pineapple on pizza is the devil. Thank you. Zypher, is it Zyph? Zyph, I'm not sure how to say that. Zarif. Does Dan play Counter-Strike? If not, he is not a real Brazilian.
There you go. Wow. I'm a terrible Brazilian. I don't play Counter-Strike. I used to hate the Counter-Strike people when I went to like LAN houses. Did you have LAN houses on the US?
Yeah.
So I was like the MMORPG guy, and the Counter-Strike guys were just over there screaming and be like, knife, knife, all the time. And I was like, hey, I just want to grind. I just want to level up my character. And those Counter-Strike monkeys keep screaming at me. So no, apparently I'm a terrible Brazilian.
You are a terrible Brazilian.
Well, we've proven this already multiple times. So.
Yes.
E1337 Neo for 10 says maybe not as impressive as a handicap beating games with his chin, but I can beat NES era Ninja Gaiden and a few other classics using a keyboard as a controller. Podcast appearance maybe. Hail 199. That is pretty impressive because Ninja Gaiden is not an easy game.
That's cool.
Not
Great
an easy
game though.
at all. Yes, it's a fantastic game. Christoph says, so is my Viking braid into the same category as a man bun?
As a man bun?
Yeah.
No, because it has the name Viking in it.
It has the name
word
Viking. Yeah, let's change the name from man bun to Viking bun.
Now, Dan, don't make us remove you.
Sci-Fi's Life says Gavin said that he was running out of time and to be on and needed an out. Usually when that happens, you can say, "Hey guys, I got to bounce." That's not really
like a normal human being would. Blab showed it earlier. I gotta leave. Let's look at some memes.
She didn't whip out a titty and be like, "Bye." Come on.
Oh God.
We got to get Travis under control here. I don't know what the hell that was. What the hell was going on with
for?
Straight up. Trav, you okay?
He's gone. That Trini Gamer 199 for life member message. Sparta Chris. Hey Jeremy, is Ryan on his honeymoon with Bree? I mean, I hope so. I don't have to deal with him anymore, so I'm okay with that.
By the way, I would love to have Ryan on like one day. Like I haven't actually reached out to Ryan and be like, hey, I'd love to have you on Side Scrollers. But I would love to have Ryan on Side Scrollers one day. I think that'd be super fun.
He won't be smiling and he won't be happy. He'll be miserable, but he'll be Ryan. So that's what he does. Like we had the funniest episode of Tuesday Night's Main Event last night ever. Ryan spent most of it just waiting for us to stop laughing so he could read the next super chat. That's Ryan. That's Ryan.
Perfect.
All right, I think I caught us up. There might be a couple more that just come in, but we'll get to our topics, and then we can read a few more as we end it.
All right. Marina over on Twitch with 300 bits says, will there be a Dan Vasc Peaches song? Dan, you need to hop on that train, man.
Yes. I'm already taking care of that as we speak.
Oh, good. Good for you. Good for you.
And maybe a song based on cancerous balls. and
that's just
juicy
a title.
asses.
Cancerous balls.
Cancerous balls in Africa.
It'll be an original for sure. I expect royalties from that.
Oh man.
Hey, Whackin, thank you so much for the 100 bits over on Twitch as well. And Diana came in with 2 Rumble rants. Says the late as usual. I'll be running down hill with a massive backdraft. Love y'all. Head out and running. And then says barbecue chicken pineapple with ham pizza is amazing. I don't disagree with you, Diana. That's actually barbecue chicken pizza with ham. Hell yes, let's go. And pop a little pineapple on there while we're at it.
Dude, all pizza is delicious pizza.
All pepperoni pizza is delicious pizza.
That's it. Are you the guy who only eats pepperoni pizza and that's it?
No, but that's my go-to. I mean, I like I could eat.
That's code for racism, by the way.
I eat.
That's a dog whistle.
That's what a racist would say.
I can add a lot of different items, but I prefer just pepperoni.
As long as
that's
it's
That's
white.
my go-to. That's my go-to. That's right.
Parmesan cheese all day long.
Just slice it up, pop it on the pie. There you go.
Cancerous testicle pizza. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Blood. Oh, that's so bad.
Marina, thank you so much again over on Twitch with 100 bits. Thanks for your patience and allowing me to get that question over to Dan. You guys want to do one more question, or should we head over to the post show, or one more story, or head over to the post show?
One more story.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. And this is a big one. This is a big one here.
Well, hang on. Before we do that, hang on. David Nelson had a $1.99 super chat. Says 2 girls but only 1 clam.
Gross.
That's a question mark. There you go.
That sounds awfully smelly.
As Sparta Chris says, hey Dan, they are using water to experiment in killing cancer cells. Damn it, it jumped on me. Injecting cancer cells with water until it bursts with a winky emoji.
So Craig was right. Just use hot water.
I don't know. The winky emoji throws me off.
little bit. Willing through life with Brian. Craig, they should. They probably won't put the original NBA Jam and NFL Blitz on Switch Online, right? Sad if they don't.
No, they will not. Absolutely not.
Who made NBA Jam? Who made it?
Midway.
Midway.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Midway, and then Midway also made NFL Blitz, and Midway has the original. Actually, EA owns the rights to NBA Jam right now, which is crazy because we'll never see it again.
Do we have the old school Mortal Kombat game somewhere? That Steam or
yeah, you can play the old school arcade version on there's a thing called Fightcade, and you can play the Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. Yeah, it's a website, and it's like a ROM emulation thing. It's really, really fun, and you can actually play them online against other people, which is cool.
Is that an official thing?
No. I mean, maybe. No.
Maybe. No.
Who knows?
Matthew Hammond for $9.99 says, would Jeremy consider a secondary bet with Odin where he eats only 1 slice if Mario does not make 1.2 billion, but he has to eat it every day for a week if it does?
What? That's worse.
No, I have
Yeah.
already won this bet.
What-
I mean, not
there's
officially,
no-
but
no positive
yeah,
for him.
Yeah, there's no like at this point in time, I've won. I made this prediction 5 months ago, and the Friday Night Tights chat was full of people saying Jeremy's just a fanboy. Jeremy's just a Nintendo fanboy. Jeremy doesn't know what he's talking about. I can't wait till Mario doesn't hit 1 billion. Where y'all at now? Where y'all at now? Also, Geeks and Gamers Daily, we started out with me trashing Nintendo for what they did to RGT 85. So no, I'm a person that calls it like I see it. So no, Odin has lost, or at least officially will lose very soon, and he doesn't get an out. Especially because he's still doubling down on it. All of his videos on Geeks and Gamers, he's still just being dismissive of it. He
He's
just
so
can't
salty
take the
about
L.
it. He's
He can't
so
take
salty.
the L. He can't take it.
What does Odin have to do at with the L?
Oh, well, the L pineapple on pizza. He has to eat a full pineapple on pizza on Friday Night
Oh,
Tights.
he has to eat it.
Yeah. The bet was if Mario
He
makes
hates
a
it.
billion, he eats the full pineapple. If it doesn't, then I had to eat the pineapple on pizza because Odin was like, "There's no way Mario's going to hit 1 billion." I'm like, "Bro, it's Mario."
Where are they at now?
Yeah. Huh?
Where's it at now?
It's closing in on 800 million worldwide, and it hasn't
It's gonna
opened in
hit a
Japan or South Korea.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
it's
already
100%.
back in the 90s, Mario was already more recognizable than Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So today, it's probably even more.
Yeah, it's gonna hit 1 billion. It could hit 1.5 billion when it's all said and done.
I think that's what Craig called 1.5, right, Craig? Something like that.
I did. Yep, sure did. And I don't know how anybody can be like, no, like of course. Why would it not? Like 100%. Like it's freaking Mario and the world and Japan and Asia. Like God, they want to spend their money too.
Yep.
Brazil.
When is it going to be
They just want
released
to pirate it.
in Japan?
28, I think. 20, yeah. So in about a week or two.
You can probably make 500 million in Japan only.
I mean, Demon Slayer is the biggest box office movie ever in Japan. USD translated to about $350 million. Demon Slayer is obviously. So I'm thinking 200 million, 250 maybe for Mario just in Japan, and then Korea.
Makes sense.
Probably another 50 to a 75. It could get 350 million out of those two territories, which I think pushes it to 1.5 billion potentially if it maximizes in those territories.
Makes sense.
Awesome. Mike says if you want to play a champion in Mortal Kombat, meet me on Fightcade. That's Mike Fury. Mike, thank you. Appreciate that. And nobody wants to play you because you beat the holy hell out of them, make them feel bad about their Mortal Kombat ability. That's just the reality of it. And hey, look at this. Cristiano came in and says, Dan, since I'm a better Brazilian than you, I know the Brazilian pizza meme with chat was talking about yesterday. Look up how do you say that, Dan?
Mestre da pizza.
Okay, on YouTube. Okay, I will absolutely do that.
That's a trap.
There you go.
That's a trap.
On YouTube.
I don't know.
But hey, if you speak English, you're probably a bad Brazilian in some way too, because Brazilians are not allowed to speak English. True Brazilians, and that's true. Brazilians get mad when I make content in English, and I pretty much only make content in English.
Oh, I think this is
there
the
are some
video.
Brazilians
Yeah,
that are mad
that's
at
what it
this.
is. So Hayden, shout out to
Look
Hayden.
at the dislikes.
Wayne.
Look at the dislikes.
Yeah, Hayden sent this to me.
Why the dislikes?
Yeah, I don't understand why the dislikes on this so far. But he put a hole in his pie. You can't put a hole in your pie.
Hole in it. Well, if you
I see
you
why.
can't seal it up.
He's
you
clearly not the maestro.
Let's see what he puts on it.
You know, people.
That means pizza. That means pizza
what-
master. So he's
what the
supposed to
hell?
be really good.
Yeah, see, this is why
What?
people dislike
Is
it.
that mayonnaise? What the fuck is that?
I'm guessing that's mayonnaise.
I don't know.
Corn?
Or cream cheese.
Corn?
This is
Corn.
not pizza. I'm not sure what this is, but it's not pizza.
Well, not pizza to you, Trav. Just oh my god. Okay, so there's that.
We have some weird pizza.
I'm sure when he's gonna take it out. Let's see, and he's gonna add some stuff here because there's got to be more. He's got to put a little something on it. Oh, and he's doing the weird cut on it. I think there's chicken at the bottom of it. That's weird. That is a weird pizza. I
actually
understand.
Hey,
I bet it's fire.
yeah, entire olives.
There it is.
I think it
I
was
bet it's
down
fire.
vote.
I think it was Alfredo. It wasn't
Down
mayonnaise. It was Alfredo sauce. Is that what he put on?
No,
it?
thank you.
No,
No,
I
thank you.
think
Alfredo sauce?
I think it was some kind of cheese.
You think?
I've had
Some
chicken
cream
Alfredo
cheese.
pizza before,
Yeah, could've been.
actually. And
I
it was
see you,
it's
Hayden.
fire, dude.
Oh, he
Yeah,
said
a lot
you
of
skip
I
the
bet,
trash
I
in
bet
the
that's
oven.
fire, dude.
He said-
People love to dish shit until before they try it, and then they
He
try it,
said
and they're
you
like,
skip
"Oh
the
wow!"
trash in the oven. So
That's
there's
right,
trash in
yeah.
the oven. So
See, that's the way the video should have gone. Is he makes his pizza and he's on his way to the oven and he just goes whoop and he puts it right in the trash instead of the oven. See, that would have been really good. That would have been really
Agreed.
good.
Well,
F and Dave says, Dan, when are you going to cover the best Brazilian band? How do you say it, Dan?
Sepultura.
Okay. Nothing after Max left though.
Yeah, that's more of the in the Isle of Ripa, like the Cookie Monster thing. It's probably never gonna happen.
Well, at least he's honest. He's
But
transparent.
thank you for the interest.
Hayden says he literally puts trash in the fire in the oven.
Oh my,
That's terrible.
that's
one
very
of the
Brazilian.
dislikes.
That's
Yeah.
very Brazilian. Hey, but I'm a terrible
Yikes.
one. So what do I know?
It's probably to charcoal the bottom of the pizza. Apparently, for a perfect pizza, 10% of the crust is supposed to be
Yeah,
black
just
and-
Disgusting.
burn on some tires and you get that black.
Toss the old newspaper, maybe some plastic in there, some old G.I. Joe or something, you know. Golly.
It's a
Some
secret flavor,
Barbies.
secret sauce.
The all-American hero pizza. There you go.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's do this last story, then we'll head out and do our quick post show over on patreon.com/sidescrollers. Once again, I encourage you guys, if you guys are tuning in, we do this show Monday through Friday, usually over on the Side Scrollers channel. On Wednesdays, we're going to be hanging out here on Geeks and Gamers. So once again, thank you very much, Jeremy, for allowing us to do that. If you guys wouldn't mind, head over to the Side Scrollers channel, hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate that. We are, let's see, right now we are at 35,000. Let me triple check. I want to give you guys a hard number. 35,481 subscribers. Can we get to 35,500? So I need 18 of you guys to go over to subscribe. If you guys like
Hell
this.
yeah.
We got
So,
1,400
let's go.
people still watching. We can hit that number easily. Let's
That'd be
do
amazing.
it. Let's do it.
That'd be amazing.
199s. Let's do it.
All right. And here we are. So here it is. Meta. It has begun. They have decided they've laid off 10,000 employees starting today. It is happening. This is coming off them laying 11,000 last fall, and people have been talking about how Twitter is on a tailspin. But here's Meta laying off 21,000 employees in the last
There you
6
go.
months. So
Hey,
So it begins.
you know, I talk about this like with Disney and other companies. When I go, and I haven't been in a long time, but occasionally we will go for like park hopping, stuff like that to cover. But I haven't went to Disney in a long time outside of going for park hopping. When we go to Disney parks, though, we meet like there's genuine fans of Geeks and Gamers that work at the Disney parks. As much as we criticize Disney, there's genuine people there that work, you know, just trying to take care of their family, and they're fans of Geeks and Gamers. And I hate when you see that there's people that are losing their jobs in this mass rate. I was part of the retail world for a long time, and I know firsthand how you can do as good a job as humanly possible, but if corporate's just making these horrifically bad decisions, it doesn't really matter how good of a job you do. You're at the mercy of the corporation. And like with Facebook, with their censorship, with how they've acted over the past several years, with their privacy concerns, with banning Donald Trump sitting president of the United States of America. A lot of different things have went wrong in the direction. And who gets affected most is everyday people. That's who really gets affected, is the everyday people get affected by it. And that's why we continue to hold these companies accountable and call it out. But they get what they deserve.
I think it's interesting. The way this is characterized here is, you know, like, I 100% agree with you. I don't like people losing their jobs. I don't like that. But I think there's a lot of irony and a lot of hypocrisy in saying, well, Twitter, 80% of the staff was cut. And then they're like, well, you know, but they don't talk about Facebook doing it like willingly. Like Twitter, Elon Musk came in and he saw bloat. So he immediately cut, right? And he cut 80% of his staff. And it's running fine. Some people would argue otherwise, but you know, for the most part, it's still up and going. And with Facebook now laying off, just the fact that they laid off 21,000 people in the last 6 months, and they're characterizing 2023 as a year of efficiency, which I don't know any company that shouldn't run efficient. Like just the idea
all
that
the time.
Right. It's like, well, we had all this extra people, and whatever, it's cool. I think at a certain point, shouldn't you be always looking for efficiency in your program, in your business? I don't know. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Dude,
So
you just take a look at some of the videos that came out about the sort of routines, the sort of day-to-day routines of the people who used to work on Twitter before Elon Musk, and it's just like, now I'm gonna go have my massage, now I'm gonna go to the game room, now I'm gonna go to the meditation rooms. It's just a bunch of fake jobs.
Let's get some wine on tap.
Yeah.
Wine on tap.
Yep. If you look at the link I sent there in the private chat, Meta's operating cost was $22 billion in the red for 2 years. $22 billion. Now they made $2 billion in profit. They just spent $10 billion on other shit. You know what I'm saying? $12 billion. But it's just crazy. So you can't expect them to not fire people when Mark Zuckerberg's throwing cash into a furnace.
Yep. That's it.
That is. Go ahead.
I just want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, or our only sponsor, Meta PCs, for actually defeating Facebook Meta in court over that name.
Oh, they
and
did.
So, yeah, and so
Good for
shout out to
them.
Meta PCs. And if you're looking for a PC, go over there to our landing page. Use the promo code GEEKS, GEEKS, and they take care of us. We'd like to try to take care of them. So.
They
Shout
made
out
a
to Meta
very
PCs.
cool. They made a video like saying they would change their name to Facebook when the whole Meta thing came out. It was so funny.
Brilliant.
It's so good.
Well, it's funny. I have family members who have worked for Facebook, and part of me is like, what are you doing? Like, why do you support that? And as you said, Jeremy, like these people, they're just looking to make a living. They're just looking to make a living, and they just because a corporate policy is one thing doesn't mean they have to necessarily support it. And you see that all the time. So, it is what it is. So
I kind of want to ask the board of Meta, like, I don't know who's on the board or if it's a public board or whatever, how their company's structured. I just want to know who else told Mark Zuckerberg that this was a good idea, the whole metaverse thing. Or if it was just him pushing for it the whole time. Because I'm fascinated, because it's a shitty idea. It's a terrible idea. Maybe in the future it'd be a good idea. But I want to know how many people said, yeah, Mark, let's do it. It's a great idea. Instead of saying, no, it's trash.
Yeah, I've seen a video of Mark Zuckerberg with a bunch of equipment like VR and motion tracking equipment. Like, now we're going to have a fight on the metaverse. But they're just having a fight in real life. So what's the point?
So before coming, I worked in the firearms industry for the past year. Well, the last year I did. And one of the guys I worked with came from Facebook to work for that company. And his exact words were, everybody thinks metaverse is a joke. And there's one person pushing it in the company, and it's Mark Zuckerberg. Like, nobody likes it. But they're investing billions of dollars in it because Zuckerberg sees it. And it's all pushed by Zuckerberg.
So think
Vanity
about
project.
So
Vanity project.
Say you gave Facebook 20 years of your life. So you were there since the beginning. And then Mark Zuckerberg is throwing away $22 billion every 2 years. And then they fire you. You're going to be a little bitter about that.
Well, you're not so bitter because you're probably rich as fuck because you've been there since the start.
Yeah.
Either way.
Still, the point remains the same. He's like basically like shoveling cash in the furnace, saying, "Yeah, we got to fire you, and you."
Yeah, no interest in the metaverse, and that's so that we can continue on. I'll tell you. Let's move over to Patreon now. Once again, over at patreon.com/sidescrollers. Give it up for Shy, who came over, a brand new patron just now. Really appreciate that, Shy. We did cross. We're at 35,509 subscribers over on youtube.com/@sidescrollers podcast. If you guys would like to join us, we are over there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Next Wednesday, we're going to make this thing happen. Are we? It's the meetup. It's the Geeks and Gamers meetup next week. So I don't really know how that's.
Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, it's gonna It's going to be a hectic few weeks for us for sure. I mean, we obviously have our daily show that we're trying to do, and we're going to do that as much as possible. We're going to do Tuesday night's main event. I don't know how you're going to navigate that with traveling and everything to do this show.
Well, we're making it happen.
So, but we're gonna even if we gotta use duct tape and chewed up bubble gum, we're gonna make sure these shows happen in some capacity. So, it'll happen. In some way, shape, or form. So just stay tuned for that. And then tonight, I think, and again, it's I've got to bounce as soon as we end this. Yep. I was only going to stay for 20 minutes, and I ended up staying this whole show because I had so much fun. But I've traveled back to Orlando because we have our gaming stream tonight, and also I have Cobra Cast tonight, so I have about a 6.5 hour drive. But luckily, it's in the Mustang, so it's going to be a very fun drive. So I'm okay with that.
Nice.
So,
well, hey, we appreciate you letting us come and hang out with you guys here on Geeks and Gamers. I said this before, I said this publicly, I'll say this again. I think that Geeks and Gamers, what Screw Attack was in 2006 through 2013 as the counterculture to what gaming was then, Geeks and Gamers is right now the counterculture to what gaming is now, and I appreciate that, and I think you guys have Geeks and Gamers is amazing, and the 199 are great, and all the Geeks and Gamers fans. I think it's really outstanding, and we're honored to be able to hang out with you guys on Wednesdays. So thank you again. So
I appreciate that, man, and it's high praise to hear that G&G, you feel is kind of like the next step for Screw Attack. That's awesome. And when you emailed me the first time, I was like, what the fuck? Craig from Screw Attack knows I exist. That's kind of how I felt. So that was pretty crazy because I did. I responded to you. I told you, I was like, the same way I felt when Chris Gore, I found out who Chris Gore knew who I was. I was like, that's how I felt with Craig. I was like, what the hell? These guys know who I am. This is wild. I used to watch these guys. So
yeah, Jeremy called me. Jeremy called me all happy. And it's like, dude, you don't know who I'm talking to right now. You don't know who I'm being touched with right now.
Oh, then Dan freaked out even more. Then Dan goes,
freaked out.
Bro, that's internet legend. Damn, Screw Attack Craig. That's a legend. And
it is. It's
Dan
like
went on a big thing.
One of the founding fathers. One of the founding fathers.
100%.
Well, you guys have, like I said, spiritual successor for sure, and it's wonderful. So, all right, well, let's head over to the post show. Dan, do you have anything
quick.
Yes.
Real quick. There's a meme that I'm sharing right now.
Please.
Okay.
This is from Extra Zero. It's glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Deep fries, some balls, and hungry kids in Africa will line up. Changed my mind. It's just glorious. Thank you, Extra Zero.
That's fantastic.
You can deep fry anything. They won't know the difference, man. It's crazy. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Who's they, though?
Anybody.
Yes.
Who are they? Who are they?
Anyway.
Dan, where can everybody find you?
YouTube.com/DanVask. Soon, the Peach song.
Woo!
Very nice. Very nice. Adam, you guys can find Adam over on Rumble, rumble.com/Adam Krigler. Is that right?
I was going to say, did you want to tell him? I could tell him. Yeah, check out The Krigler Show on YouTube and Rumble, of course. I have a show Monday and Tuesday night. Monday is Base F Monday with a group of awesome, hilarious guys, and we get together and just talk shit about everything and anything. Tuesday night, Georgia Giant Slayer joins me. You might know who he is. He's a fantastic guest, and we talk about politics. Sunday night, Forbidden Frontier with Garrett and Gary from Nerdrotics. We talk about ancient civilizations, weird mystery stuff. We've been talking about Skinwalker Ranch, and we're going to continue on because a new season of The Search for the Skinwalker is coming out today, actually. I think it might come out today. Season 4. Anyway, really exciting. Then, of course, I stream Monday through Friday on my Rumble and Locals channel. You can check it out at The Krigler Show on Rumble. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Appreciate that. And go find Trav down there at his Twitter handle. You can find me on Twitter as well. Follow Side Scroller Pod over on Twitter as well for updates on the show. And, of course, make sure you guys give all the love in the world to the Geeks and Gamers channel. If you guys are G2s, make sure you guys subscribe over here as well. But with that said, let's head over to Patreon right now. Remember, guys, once again, find us over on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@SideScrollers Podcast. In the meantime, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys over on Patreon, Twitch. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
Rumble.
Fatality.
We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
And you guys watching the 199, watching over on YouTube, thank you guys again for your time and attention. Hopefully we see you guys over on Patreon as well. If not, we'll see you guys over at youtube.com/@SideScrollers podcast tomorrow after you watch Geeks and Gamers Daily. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
199.
That was a big wind up. Jeez, I almost ran out of wind up room.
Hey.